morning to our cherished viewers. I'd like to also say good morning to the Bokunaba, who is also in town, Naba Asigri Azoka II. Beatrice, I feel so bad. I don't know how we got here for a person who's supposed to be disciplined, a member of the Ghana Armed Forces, to behave this way. I don't know. I just can't believe that. But thank God he was not in uniform. At least, so I can call him a civilian because he was off duty. So he's a civilian. But to think that he came from the forces is very embarrassing for the CDS this morning and for the Ghana Army commander this morning. I think that we've had problems with the military of recent. We've had cases where they've fought other security officers, policemen and the likes. And we've had cases where they've been involved in robberies with other people. These are all things that were out there, not concoction. And then you begin to think and ask yourself how they are being recruited these days. So it's not surprising that the late Defense Minister Omani Boama was not happy about the recruitment of army officers and men who he felt were not qualified. Some did not go for training, some didn't even have medicals, but they found themselves into our system. I think that this issue of just carrying numbers into the forces must stop. We must begin to know that the armed forces is a specialized unit. It's not just like anybody. They are trained to kill. And for people like that, you need people of a certain mindset, and they must have certain qualifications. But it seems we have just been parking the military and the police and all the other security services with party men and women. And these are the results. If you look into this person's background, you might come to realize that he didn't even go maybe through the service. Also, we must also start looking at the service with another eye, because you see, the Ghana Armed Forces for me has really, really gone down. I was at the 37 Military Hospital, and I think that we should change that name. It should not be 37 Military Hospital. It should just be something hospital. It shouldn't be something that would say is for the military. It's not. This is not the Ghana Armed Forces that I knew. I married into it. I stayed into it for 21 years. So I know what I saw from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. This is not the army that Ghana has that we're so, proud of. That we go to the UN, Operations Peacekeeping, and everybody's like, oh, Ghana Army, Ghana Army. This is not the type of Ghana Army that is out there. And I think that we should remove politics and leave the system, leave that organization to function. Because this whole issue of always meddling, in the affairs of the military is what is bringing out these people. And look, it will surprise you that some high up somewhere will ring and say, oh, this person should not be court-martialed, this person should not be sacked, those kinds of things. Because right now, I don't know his ranking.
Well, we've had the military, anytime we've had an officer or a soldier misbehave, quote unquote, we have the military say that they would take disciplinary action without fear or favor.
They do.
Is there still a possibility within the military where...
Oh, yes.
Aside from the commander of the Ghana Armed Forces?
In times gone by, there have been cases where people have gone scot-free because some high-up calls and say something. So maybe they'll just transfer the person to somebody else, post the person somewhere else. But all I'm saying is that it's about time. When I see this, I just ask myself, this is a person trained to kill. And you can see him in Rambo style, throwing arms and throwing things and that kind of thing. How do you expect a civilian to team up with a military man? It's impossible. But you see, and it's impossible not because you can't do it, but because of the fact that he's a military person. No matter what happened, if they owed you 65 Ghana cedis and they were not paying, you could have reported to the police that they had defrauded you of 65 cedis or whatever, but not take the law into your own hands and then deal with them this way. So my final submission is that we have to sit up with the military, and then this person must be punished severely.
This person must be punished. Madam Mashramima